So, so today I want to talk about on something that on paper really shouldn't work. Running a multi-gigabyte model on a single gigabyte edge device. No clouds, no servers, no GPUs, no swap files, quietly saving us when things go wrong. This talk is not about chasing benchmark scores or leaderboard numbers. It's about making generative AI actually usable on a real and memory constrained edge hardware. Hello everyone, I am Sneha Singh, currently working as an analyst at Deloitte USI, and today I will walk you through a very practical problem on how do we actually shrink a model something from 4 GB down to 1 GB and still make it run reliably on edge devices. So basically we will focus on quantizations, and I will show you a simulated demo in a Raspberry Pi, and let's start with the today's agenda. So the first we will go through what is the real problem, then why edge LLM fails. After that we will see why common quantization like int 8 or int 4 is not enough. Then after that we will go ahead with the full stack solution of it, and further we will conclude the presentation with demo and trade-offs where this works. So if you look around today, edge devices are almost everywhere, starting from Raspberry Pis, kiosks, gateways, robots and sensors running inside factories. They are everywhere. And the most interesting thing is that these devices already sit right next to the data where what we care about. But despite that, they are logged out of modern AI. And the biggest issue is memory, because memory is the hard constraint in any of the edge devices. You can optimize the CPU usage, you can even wait a longer to get the results, but the moment your process crosses the available RAM, even for a second, they are just gone. There is no recovery. So this problem is not limited to the edge hardware, because with RAM prices going up even in the data centers, we all forced to think carefully how much memory do we actually use. So here the real problem is that how do we actually run such high and high accuracy model on such small devices with a very low compute and memory, and of course without pushing everything to the cloud. Because if you can't solve this, edge AI never really scales up beyond experiments. So one of the most obvious possibility you guys are thinking, pushing everything to the cloud. But pushing everything to the cloud has its own some of the disadvantages. It increases the latency problem, it increases the connectivity issues, the overall cost of the system increases, and there is a risk of privacy and compliance, and the deployment environment also becomes much more difficult. So for real-time systems and systems with privacy sensitive applications, those trade-offs quickly become unacceptable, because once the data leaves the devices, there is the privacy and compliance requirements become very difficult to take it off. So, and this all is very important in environments like factories, industries, remote location where data is not reliable, and we want that data should stay local only. So in all of these cases, pushing everything to the cloud is not a solution, it becomes a constraint. So we need to think how we can optimize our model itself to run locally without pushing everything to the cloud. So if you run LLM quantization, you will find most of the advice written for servers, but it is written for servers with high memory and compute, and they can easily adapt the small mistakes, because the problem is that most quantization guides assume it has server class GPUs, it has data runtimes optimized inference where memory spikes can be tolerated, it has large pageable memory. But in reality, edge devices has less than 2 GB of fixed RAM, it has lightweight inference times, and any memory spike causes OM. So the trick here is not applying to edge devices, because edge devices are much smaller, and even if you quantize the model, the application can still crash. Now you must be wondering, now what's the problem? So even if you quantize the model, the everything else that gets allocated during inference can causes a memory issue. So it will again create a whole problem. So now people are often surprised why models like int 8 and even int 4 doesn't fit in 1 GB RAM. So basically the issue is that weights are only part of the memory footprints. Activations and temporary buffers, allocated overhead and KV cache especially consumes more memory than model itself during inference. So the out of memory issues occurs after the model loads during generation. So if you can see here in the example, this is the diagram showing total RAM usage during inference. So the first point is model weights. We have reduced it by quantization technique and we have reduced to int 4 and int 8. That is under weight, that is good. Now the second point is activations and temporary buffers. It is created while the model is thinking. If you go ahead, then the last part is KV cache, and KV cache is the biggest problem because every new token generates and it creates more memory issues. So that's the whole KV cache trimming, and after that there is allocated overhead. So if the overall RAM usage during inference goes above the limited like the required limit, and as it goes, OM happens here during generations and the process crashes. So let's think about the key insight. Think of edge device like an elevator with strict weight limit. As far as you stay under that limit, everything works fine. But here in elevator there are already several passengers and we have weighed them like model weights, activations, KV cache. As the elevator, the whole elevator is already crowded, but it's still moving. But here comes the key moment. During generation, every token adds more weight, and that's the KV cache growing. As one more token steps in, the elevator crosses its limit. As you can see here, there is a creak and beep sound denoting that the elevator has already crosses its limit, and it doesn't slow down, it simply stops. So that's how out of memory failure issues happens on edge devices. So here the key insight is that edge inference does not fail because of average memory usage, it fails because of peak memory usage, and one allocation spike is enough to crash the entire process. So the challenge is not just shrinking the model weight, it's also about thinking how much memory we use during inference and controlling the overall memory usage. So what does work is not just one trick, it was a stack of solution. So first is quantization. Quantization shrinks the overall model weight, something from very high precision to lower precision for int 8 and int 4. Then after that there is operator fusion. It reduces the intermediate buffers. Then third is KV cache trimming. So KV cache trimming controls the growth over time. The last one is memory pooling. It reduces the fragmentation, it eliminates basically the fragmentation and spikes. And all of these four techniques prevents one failure mode. So now let's talk about what is quantization. So quantization is basically using smaller numbers, because smaller numbers makes the model a little little less impact, and it can easily run because it make it lighter. So in edge devices we do quantizations completely offline. Instead of storing something 32-bit floating numbers, we move to lower precisions to int 8 or even 4 integers, because that reduces the memory usage and computation cost. Now comes to operator fusion. Operator fusion seems like a performance optimization, but here it's used for memory optimization, because every unfused operators adds temporary tensors, and that's totally add up, and for small devices it creates a more memory issue. So, like think of adding 2 to 3 devices, 2 to 3 numbers. For suppose if you are taking 2 plus 3, you add it, you store the result, and after that you add 4, after that you again store the result. But instead of doing this, operator fusion does 2 plus 3 plus 4, it stores the number without any storing any temporary results, and that reduces the memory usage. So, as you can see that KV cache is the silent memory killer. Here the grows with context length, persist across tokens, and often larger than model weights. So, as Spider-Man said, with great performance comes great responsibility. So, what does runtime memory pooling do? It pre-allocates memory at startup at a fixed size of arena, and it basically reduces the fragmentation and spikes. So, you can even say it like that, boring memory management is a better stable inference. Now, we have a quick demo here. So, yeah, so if you can see, we have taken the model Tiny Llama, and the quantization is 4 bits, and we have the configuration for memory constraints and KV cache configurations. So, we have already decided the configurations. Here we are running the devices on a 1 GB RAM. Yeah, so let me, yeah, if you can. So, here the actual model is Tiny Llama, and the original FP16 size is 2100 MB. After quantization, it reduced to 637.8 MB, and it's the compression ratio of 3.3x. So, that's how we have quantized the model, and if you can see for same for the 4 GB model. So, if you doing the quantization for 4 GB model, here the quantize in the same ratio of 3.3x compression ratio, we get the same result. After that, let me run the model. Yeah. So, we have done the quantization. Now, model should fit in 1 GB RAM constraint, expected to run at 82% memory utilizations. Now, quantization is complete. Here the basically the what the issue what the objective is that at average there is sudden spike of memory usage, and after it stops. There is after that there is no sudden memory spike happens. And let me quickly show it, because we are running short of time. So, here basically I want to conclude this demo part that using the 4 techniques that we have discussed earlier, like quantizations, memory pooling, and operator fusions, we are doing the whole and shrinking the model weight something from 4 GB to down to 1 GB, and make it run reliably on edge devices. Now, what we gave up: shorter context, slightly accuracy loss, slower than GPUs, and what we gain: reliability, privacy, and offline operations. So, where this works well, this type of quantization can work very well in command parsing, summarization, classifications, in local assistance, and control and automation systems. So, finally, I want to conclude the overall presentation that it's not always that we are using biggest model, we are just using what makes it fit in the real world problems. Quantization is not enough, we have to think about memory from the start. because if your model can run into RAM, it can deploy into RAM, then we are good. Thank you for today's presentation. Thank you.